Well, you know, I've been a builder most of my working life, and there are a few people that have turned me over for money, which is really annoying. But I was talking to a mate of mine who's a roofer, and he told me his story. So here it is, right from the beginning, and I know it's real. He said to me, I went round to a gentleman's house, he said, and I gave him a price for the roof, and he was happy with it. So he said, I'll start on the Monday. He said, I got all the job done, I completely felted it, battened it, retiled it, done a lovely job. And on the last day of the week, on the Friday, he said I had to work till 9 o'clock at night because I wanted him to go through the weekend with the roof finished. So he said I didn't have a chance to clear up, and I told him that I'll be back on the Monday just to clear up, and then he can give me the money we agreed. And he said, yeah, that's fine. He said, I'll get there on the Monday morning. And he said, I said to him, well, while I'm sorting this out, if you can just get the money together. He said, you know how much it is, you got the bill. And he said, well, there's a bit of a problem with the money. He said, oh, well, what do you mean? Well, you got to get it out of the bank or so. He said, well, no, I haven't got it. He said, what do you mean you haven't got it? He said, well, I haven't got any money. He said, well, you must have had it when we agreed to do this job. He said, no, I didn't. He said, what were you going to pay me with? He said, well, I was hoping something had come along. And so he said, so you had no money when we agreed on the price of the job, and you still have no money, so you're not giving me anything? He said, no. He said, well, can't you get it from so? He said, no, I can't. He said, well, there's nothing I can do. He said, oh, is that right? He said, well, I'll tell you what. He said, I'm going to get up there and take my tiles back, and you can have a roof with no tiles on it, because I'll pay for them and they're mine. He said, you can't do that, I'll phone the police. He said, you do what you want. So he said, I've rushed out of the truck, got my ladder out, got it up against the guttering, got up there, and within about 10 minutes, I've got something like 100 tiles off the roof. But I knew that I didn't have time to go up and down the ladder, so he said, I've just thrown them off. And because I got a bit angry, I've just thrown them at each other, and they're all smashed up in his garden. The police turn up, and they said, you've got to stop this, it's criminal damage. He said, what? He said, come down. So he said, I'll get off the ladder. And they said, these tiles that you put on his house belong to him because this is his property. So you've trespassed to get in here and get up there, and it is criminal damage, and you need to come down to the station to make a statement. So I said, I'll go there, I'll make a statement, I'll tell him what's going on. He said, and I find myself in court. And then when I get there, it turns out that I've broken the law by damaging the tiles that I paid for and put on this man's roof, and I'd stand to get a conviction. And during the course of the hours that were there, where they're talking to him and talking to me, he said, the magistrate said, well, this would be a simple case of criminal damage where you've trespassed on this man's property to do it, but we do understand that he had no intention of paying you for the job that you had entered into, and it's cost you a lot of money. So, and we now know the man's resources, we've got the background on that, and he has very, very limited income. So we've agreed a payment plan, and he's going to give you £10 a week. And don't worry, if he doesn't honour it, he will be back in the court, and we will convict him of something then. And I said, what, so you're getting £10 a week? He said, yeah, it's a joke, isn't it? Anyhow, there's a lesson. See you later. If you like listening to what I've got to say, do me a favour. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but don't forget to ring the bell. Otherwise, you won't get notifications when I've got a new video coming out. And you can hear more of me. What luck. See you then.